I'm Cass.
And I'm Kin.
And you'll never find another podcast like me. Hee.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Who is Taylor Swift Anyways, the podcast. We are so happy to have you guys here. And today marks the final podcast episode without TS11.
Wow.
We have one more week. The album comes out next Friday because today is Wednesday the 10th. And insane.
Yeah, soon we'll be dealing with 11 Taylor albums.
We cannot believe that it's that time again.
I'm like, I need to make myself like a little bit emotionally stabilized to listen to this album. Because I know as soon as I listen to it, I'm going to be a wreck.
Yes, this is gonna, as we've talked about on the past podcast episodes, this is gonna be a very daunting album. And we're all very excited about it. Or we're assuming it's gonna be daunting because there are no singles for this album. At least not yet. I doubt she's gonna release
I doubt it. Now that we're so close, I don't think we're gonna get it.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what she's gonna choose as the single once it comes out, or the singles. So we'll have to see about that. But
be interesting.
We have much more to talk about in respect to Tortured Poets.
Yes.
But we want to do something a little bit different.
So, as we've seen on TikTok, Instagram Reels, whatever you guys watch your media on, a trend has been going around where you flip a coin and we're going to draft different things. So today we're going to draft all the track fives from all of her albums.
Yes. And in honor of the NFL draft coming up very soon, I'm talking to you who've come here for Tavis content. We're gonna create a point system on the layers of a bracket, and you guys are gonna pick the best songs, and then there's gonna be like a whole point system that's gonna lead us to who has the winning team.
It's gonna be good. We'll figure out a prize at the end. Maybe each season we'll do the brackets and we'll have to figure out who. We'll get a trophy or something. We'll figure it out.
We'll do something.
We'll get a Swiftie trophy.
For now, I'm going to ask Siri
to flip a coin.
Okay.
Do you want heads or tails? Sorry, my Siri decided to answer. So do you want to heads or tails?
I'll take tails.
Okay, I'll do heads.
Okay. Siri, heads or tails?
It's heads. Okay, it's heads. So that's me first. So do we go top, like, number one first?
Yes.
Easy. Dear John. That is my favorite song of all time. So I'm going to do Dear John for my number one pick.
Okay, my number one pick goes to The Archer.
Okay. Dang. My number two pick, All Too Well.
Okay. Mine, My Tears Ricochet.
Oh, crap. I'll do number three for me, White Horse.
I'll do number three. I'm gonna rack it up with Tolerate It.
Oh, okay. Why can't I think? What's track 5 on Midnights?
I'm not telling you.
Why can't I think?
You're on your own, kid.
Oh my god. Yes. I'm so dumb. Yes, I'll do On Your Own, Kid.
All right.
I didn't deserve that one, but you are.
For my number 4 pick, I'm going with Delicate.
You got rep. Okay, I'm gonna like not. This is not gonna go over well in the comment section of this video. I'm like completely spacing on all track 5s right now. I had like a list written down, but I'm gonna claim 1989 track 5, but I can't think of the name.
Do you want to know what it is? All you had to do was stay.
Yeah, let's do track 5 in 1989. All you had to do was stay for me. Guys, I'm so sorry. This is gonna look so bad.
I'm gonna round it out because apparently my friends claim me as the most yeehaw person of our friend group.
I feel like that fits.
Is it because I'm from Pennsylvania, guys? I don't understand. I'll claim it.
Like, that's the least yeehaw state. that all of us are from.
I'll self-identify.
Okay.
I'll self-identify as Yeehaw, and I'll take cold as you.
I'm so sorry, guys. I am not a fake fan, I swear. It's just, we're almost done with the semester of college, and I'm done mentally.
How are you feeling about your picks?
I'm feeling really good. My top 3 songs are on there. Like, Dear John, favorite song of all time. Like, favorite Taylor song. Like, that was my surprise song. Cried like a baby the entire time. We've had this conversation before. And then White Horse, also another one of my favorites. Like, genuinely, that song. Mwah. Chef's Kiss from 15 to 16-year-old Taylor. Like, she knew what she was doing when she was writing that. And then All Too Well. Like, that's also a good one. Jake Gyllenhaal found dead in a ditch.
And he can rot in that ditch as well.
Yeah. What about you? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling lovely. I got all of them that I wanted. I took probably some of the most emotionally damaged. I mean, they're all emotionally damaging.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, especially from Folklore and Evermore, like, I knew I wanted the sister 5 tracks. Like, if
The
you weren't taking
sister
them,
wanna
then I was
cry.
taking them.
Yeah, like, Tolerate It. We all know that song is, like, emotionally damaging. Guys, I'm so sorry that I failed you on the track 5s today. It's mentally not been a great day.
Grace, I hope I made you proud.
Okay, so we were going to go through. Do you want to pull out your phone with the photos?
Yeah.
So obviously, this week was a big week. Taylor released her Apple Music playlists that had all like the different 5 stages of grief, and she had all the songs that went along with them. So what's the first? Okay, guys, so we had some technical difficulties because my phone ran out of phone storage. But it's okay, we're back, and we're going to talk about the playlists in order to which Taylor released this week, and each playlist is the 5 stages of grief. And that includes, what are the 5 stages of grief?
Okay, the first one
Denial.
is denial.
Okay, so
I love
denial.
you, it's ruining my life.
This one was a tough one. The opening track is Lavender Haze, which, as we know, is the opening track of Midnight's, which is crazy because Midnight's kind of, I don't know, that era.
Well, Midnight's has been theorized as a breakup album after everything came out. So I'm not, the songs that are here on Midnight's don't surprise me. The songs that are here on Lover don't surprise me either. Can't say that I'm not sad about it because I saw the title track on Lover on this playlist and I had a full-on meltdown because it's pretty much common knowledge that I want that song as my first dance song at my wedding. And to see that on the Denial playlist. Taylor, I love you.
Yeah.
But it's ruining my life.
Nope. As Taylor probably quoted, which we'll see how that goes in the actual album itself.
Yeah. So if you have any suggestions on new first dance songs, please let me know.
One thing that Cass did point out to me was all the TikToks that are going around about how the one line in Lover is, at every table I'll save you a seat. And it makes sense that would be on Denial because she's not there. He didn't show up.
And that's why she's saving him a seat and he's not at the table.
Also, the Lavender Haze reference made sense to me because she's kind of like in this haze of like, oh, like I'm in love with him, but like no, like I'm just in this haze of whether it's like real or what's fake. Like, I don't know. That was a good, yeah. Taylor knew what she was doing on that one.
Otherwise, False God kind of surprised me because we all know the reputation of that song.
Oh, also, we were talking about how a majority of the songs that are used in The Summer I Turned Pretty are also on the Denial
Snow on the
playlist.
Beach, Sweet Nothing, Cruel Summer, Lover, False God.
Yeah, so we love to see it because every single one of those songs are Conrad and Belly moments. But we are Conrad stans here in this household.
Conrad only.
Yeah, if you are Team Jeremiah, respectfully unsubscribe. This podcast is not for you. Just kidding, we love you, but we just don't love your decisions. But we're good. So we're just gonna say a prayer that this works again because it shut down again with full storage. But we are on the playlist of Anger.
Yes.
Which has all of her ex songs, which are about all of her exes. We've had this conversation 3 times now, so I'm so sorry if we sound like we did it a million times already, but we have. So
yeah. And the tagline about this is "You don't get to tell me about sad," because yeah, we love to see passive aggressive Taylor. It's represented in her songs. I'm loving on this playlist the Forever and Always because it was my surprise song.
yes,
The I Bet You Think About Me. I just told someone the other day to listen to it because I will die on the hill for that song.
would have, could have, should have about
Yes.
Mr. John Mayer. We have
Illicit Affairs.
Illicit Affairs.
Is it over now? Sorry, Harry stands. Sorry.
We love Harry though. He's represented. I promise.
Yes.
But yeah, so let's move on to the next playlist because this is getting fun. Okay, the next playlist is Depression. Depression starts with Bigger Than the Whole Sky, which, as we know, people thought as reference to Bigger Than the Whole Sky as in reference to her losing a child or somebody losing a child, but it can be also reference to her losing Joe. Like, you were bigger than the whole sky, you were more than just a short time. Even though they weren't together for a short time, in the span of her life, 4 years is not, I mean, it's still quite a bit of time, but like in the long run, it's not the end of the world that they only lasted that long. But that's that opener, at least.
Yeah.
And the tagline for this one is "Old habits die screaming."
And we also have a lot of Evermore. Spotted on this playlist was Champagne Problems, Right Where You Left Me, Tolerate It, which feeds into the claim that I made a couple episodes ago that Evermore is actually a breakup album as well.
Yes, to quote Cass, like episode 2 or 3, she said, "No happy person can write Tolerate It or Champagne Problems." She's not wrong. We know that much, but yeah, Depression playlist was very.
I saw another one of those bracket things, and it was a bracket about the saddest song that Taylor Swift has ever wrote, and it was between All Too Well and You're Losing Me, and You're Losing Me won by a stark majority.
I mean, I don't think as All Too Well as like the saddest song in the world, I guess, just because it is in reference to like the end of a relationship when like You're Losing Me can also be in reference to herself. Or like, stop, you're losing me. She's like losing herself in this like thing. I don't know. I just think that All Too Well isn't the saddest song that we've ever heard from Taylor. No. What are your thoughts?
I mean it's sad, and like the bridge kills me every time. Like, I wouldn't marry me either. A pathological people pleaser who only wanted you to see her. It those words pack a punch, let me tell you. But
yeah, Taylor doesn't do bridges on sad songs lately.
But I think personally, either This Is Me Trying or All Too Well 10-minute version are her saddest songs. Or
the 10-minute version of All Too Well is a sad song.
Or you go in like like those are heartbreak. You go in a different route, and I think Soon You'll Get Better and Ronan.
Yeah.
I can't listen to Ronan. I refuse to listen to it. I can never listen to it because I listened to it one time on the re-record, and I had a full on breakdown.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yes, I agree with that.
But I also see how like they don't want to put that, like, that song wasn't even included in the ranking because that's not a song that's able to be ranked. But in like a personal opinion, I believe that's one of the saddest songs that Taylor Swift has ever written.
Yeah. Ronan is not an easy song. I feel like You're on Your Own Kid is also kind of a sadder song that she's written, but the thing is like it's like has an upbeat feel to it, especially in the bridges, like from Sprinkler Splashes to Fireplace Ashes. I gave my blood, sweat, and tears for this. Like it's like all about her going through her career and everything that she's ever done, and she's just like, nobody else is around me that has done this. I'm on my own. Like I think that the message behind Your Own Kid is also a really, really sad song.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, out of depression into bargaining, where it asks, or Taylor asks, "Am I allowed to cry?" And we get a lot of really good songs on here. Starting off with The Great War.
Yeah.
This Is Me Trying. Cornelia Street is on here, which makes me very sad because obviously it is a Joe and Taylor anthem, but Cornelia Street Live in Paris is one of my, no, it's my favorite live song that we've ever gotten from her.
Yeah, Die on That Hill. That is top 10.
But yeah, Haunted's on here. Also, she put Renegade on here.
Yeah. Haunted being on there was an interesting one. Just because like the Speak Now era was an era where like Taylor was like writing by herself, obviously, but like the Speak Now era wasn't really like representative of like the only song that like I feel like represented her love life at that time was Dear John. But I don't know, Haunted being on the bargaining one is pretty crazy.
How does Say Don't Go being on here make you feel?
So sad. I love that song so much. And like just because these are on these playlists doesn't make them any more better, like any better, but it's just like the way that Taylor shows us that she views these songs. That's what breaks my heart. Is like I'm just making sure we're still good. What breaks my heart is like the fact that Taylor puts all these songs in these categories and like you're like, "Oh, like this is what Taylor's going through in her life, that she puts this song into the acceptance, the denial, all these things, like Lover being in the denial playlist, like the fact that she sees her lover self as the denial period in her life, where she's like trying to make it this grand love story about this relationship that she's in, and she's like in complete denial about every like the title track on the album. I don't know. I just think that her releasing this playlist is going to set the precedent for the way that we view these songs for the rest.
Yeah, which brings us to an interesting point because the acceptance playlist, the little tagline that goes with it, is a song from Tortured Poets.
Yeah.
And it's I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. And we get a lot of really good representation on here. It starts off with You're on Your Own Kid. We get a lot of folklore on here. We get a little bit of Evermore, specifically like Closure, Evermore, It's Time to Go. We get Daylight and Begin Again, which are really good like starting over songs. And I think it's so great that we're getting this album knowing that Taylor's like truly in love with someone who lets her be bejeweled.
Yeah.
And like if we didn't know,
is Bejeweled the closing track on this one?
No, Bejeweled was somewhere.
Was it in Denial?
Yeah, I think Bejeweled was in Denial.
Which is so odd because you don't need to be in denial about how awesome you are, Taylor. We all see it. You are so bejeweled, queen.
But yeah, I really Clean's on here.
This is I feel like if you can classify these songs as happy, this is the happier or the more upbeat and the more like positive way of thinking about everything. And it's just, I don't know, the fact that that's a track on the actual record itself, like the tagline that she gave us, I think it sets like an idea of what that like track is going to be representative of in itself. Like it's more of a acceptable, like acceptance, like more cheery, like more uplifting, like okay, like all this stuff happened to me but I'm okay.
Yeah,
like I'm still writing music, I'm still doing what I love to do, and I think that's all, like what we can get from that track. But
Yeah, so kind of to close out our conversation, so talking about how soon the album is, and now like we really get on to like what's it gonna sound like, what's it gonna look like. Lyrics, there is like some speculation, which I think is pretty true, that
Mm-hmm.
the taglines that we got, which were also um, kind of the lines that she used for her different variations of the vinyls, are going to be lyrics. But then we got, I forget if it was from Taylor herself or Taylor Nation. It might have been both. But just a
Mm-hmm.
few days ago, we got a snippet of
Lyrics.
lyrics
Yeah,
on the
it was
typewriter.
on Taylor's Instagram story, Taylor Nation's Instagram story, and then Taylor Nation also posted it as a reel.
Hmm.
And the typewriter obviously is a big symbol that they're really like laying on for the Torture Poets department, because the like 13 days till Torture Poets department was also typed on a typewriter. And then the next day we got this lyric, which is
Crowd goes wild at her fingertips, half moonshine, full eclipse.
yes, we did get this lyric on Eclipse Day. Taylor always knows how to like make it about her. Just
Which we
kidding.
love.
We love
You
seeing
know.
Taylor. She knows what she's doing. But yeah, the crowd goes wild at her fingertips is very much, I think it's very much in reference to the arrow sword before she does the man, when she like scans the audience.
So I have a question for you. I'm pulling up the track list now.
Yeah.
What song do you think it's from?
Can I see?
Yes.
Okay, so the crowd goes wild at Fresh Out the Slammer. Fresh Out the Slammer. I think it's that, just because like
Or or Who's Afraid of Little Old Me?
um yeah, that's a good one too. I mean, I guess we'll have to see. The next episode we'll discuss. But yeah, the fact that that's still crazy to me.
Okay, right now it's 6:01 on Wednesday, the 10th.
10th.
And right now, Spotify says 8 days, 4 hours, 58 minutes, 0 seconds.
That is insane. I'm literally, the fact that this is our last episode of two to end the era of the TS10 albums, and we get a new baby album on Friday of next week. I'm so excited.
I couldn't be more excited.
I cannot believe that the day has come. Like, the Grammys feels like months and months and ages ago.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are. We've survived the Great War of Waiting, the Great War of Pre-order, which Taylor has re-released the vinyls again.
Mm-hmm.
This is her third time doing that, but I wonder if it's gonna be like Midnights, where it like stays like limited edition until like the new album drops.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless she does what she did with what album was it? 1989 Taylor's version, where she did like limited edition, and it was like, oh, like you have to actually get the vinyls then. Because 1989 Taylor's version was like the pink vinyl, the yellow, green, and then the blue. Those were all on different.
Yeah.
I only had the blue, but I wish I wanted the pink one, but couldn't get it before it sold out. Anyways, we're not going to talk about vinyls, but before the end, we'll have to show you our collection. Well, yeah. I'll have to show you what I got, because I wonder what color confetti we're going to get.
Oh.
And like what shape. Because we have 1989 Star Blue, and then I had the hearts for Speaking Out Taylor's version.
Oh.
I wonder. Maybe it'll be like a moon.
Gray moons.
A gray moon. Oh. A white moon.
A white moon, yeah.
That gives, it's giving Torture Poets department, but
we'll have to see.
That'll be something exciting, because people should be getting their orders within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So exciting.
We're less than a fortnight away from Tortured Poets department.
And we can't even tolerate our excitement. So make sure to subscribe on all platforms and follow us on Instagram.
So long, listeners, and we'll see you in the next one.